Tomorrow's going to be a big day for all crypto holders out there as we hear from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. If you don't know what that is or what's happening tomorrow, don't worry, by the end of this video, you will know. And I've got two other stories for you. One of them does concern me because it's an SEC XRP. It's not an overreach, but it has to do with funding, taxpayer dollars, total mess. 90-page report filed by the SEC. And I've got a pick-me-up story, one of them. Yes, one pick-me-up story for all of us. So let's leave this screen and go into this one. You know how sometimes when we're watching the crypto markets, all of a sudden cryptos out of nowhere will just go way down or way up, right? You'll see those candlesticks, big movements. Well, they happen because of events like this at Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Crypto market nervy as Jackson Hole looms. After recent release of FOMC minutes, it seems that the Fed is suggesting it will do whatever it takes to curb inflation. They're talking about raising rates as high as they need to, 100 points, 75 points. Hey, we're used to the 75-point hits now. We're kind of wondering, hey, are they going to drop us with 100? But listen to this. Markets await Jerome Powell's pronouncements at Jackson Hole on Friday with bated breath. Yes, the market will draw inferences as to what he says. Why? There is no FOMC meeting this month. So the big words, the guidance that we're going to hear from the Feds, which big money is going to use to move the market on Friday, is going to come from this event. It's also expected that the Fed is going to give us plans on how they're going to draw down that $9 trillion balance sheet that they have, most of it created because of the Rona that they had to get us through, right? Propping up zombie companies. But here's a crazy stat for you, and you won't see this from other channels. So far, the previously mentioned reductions of $45 billion a month since June have not materialized in full. The amount of unwinding is also supposed to double from September onwards. All right, so just hear me out. Let's just say 45 billion a month, and they got 9 trillion to get through. I did some math for you. That would take 16.6 years to draw it down at that rate. Now, they said they would double that amount from September, so they would be taking now 90 billion out. The problem is they're not even withdrawing 45 billion a month off those balance sheets. So they're under what they even said that they would be at. We could be looking at this for a long time. By the way, that is 200 months at that current draw rate. Markets and this channel, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. We'll be paying attention to what Jerome Powell says on Friday. Now, this is big because this will give us guidance leading up into their next FOMC meeting, which is happening between the 20th and 21st. At 2 p.m., they're going to have their meeting and then the press conference afterwards where they will be dropping their big rate hike. So now from things that make us sad to things that make us smile and make us feel good inside. Paul Pelosi, DUI Porsche House Speaker's husband, wrecked in California crash, up for auction. I don't care about the politics. I care about this pretty little thing right here. A 2021 Porsche Carrera 4S. Yes, the 4 stands for all 4 wheels get power. Yes, all-wheel drive by Porsche. Now check it out. It is up for auction, and here are the pictures of the damage. Doesn't she still look pretty, everyone? And you know what? We should probably start a GoFundMe to raise money to buy this Porsche, and then we'll fix it up, drive it all over the place, showpiece of the channel. No, I'm just kidding. The funny thing about this is I am a big Porsche guy. I share a lot of little Porsche nuggets on here, but someone out there is going to be buying a piece of dirty DUI history with this car. There is no price yet up for the car, and they don't have a date, but don't worry, I'm going to keep my eyes open on it because the estimated retail value of this little thing right here is $168,000. So Paul Pelosi's Carrera 4S to now SEC overreach again. And I only say overreach because this has to do with your money. This is not an overreach of process, but an overreach of what they're doing with your funds. Ripple lawsuit, SEC continues its dilly-dallying. Oh my gosh. According to new updates shared by James K. Filan in the ongoing Ripple SEC lawsuit, the SEC has filed a request to file one omnibus, a massive, wait till you hear this, 90 pages in length, in further support of its motion to exclude or limit the testimony of 10 experts retained by Ripple defendants. Now, okay, you can totally do this. You can file this. Their original file, though, was 120 pages. It was granted for up to 120 pages. But now they're doing another 90 pages where they're stalling yet again on this. Now, okay, there are proceedings. You can legally do this. It's not a big deal on that part. The problem I have here, though, is the SEC is dragging their feet, and who pays for the SEC? See, the SEC doesn't make money, which means they get their money from the United States government. They are part of the government. They get it from the government budget. Now, that government budget gets their money from who? Where does government get their money from? Oh, that's right, taxpayers like us. And let's go big screen. So the SEC gets money from the government distribution fund, and then the government gets money from people like us, yes, that pay taxes. The SEC is delaying things, dragging their feet, wasting time, hoping for a long shot miracle that something breaks in the case in their favor because it hasn't looked that way. But the SEC doing this is using taxpayer dollars. They're using SEC resources that could be going after other obvious infringements out there. Think of Celsius, think of Voyager. Voyager was a bad one, right? Giving FDIC insurance. I didn't see the SEC going after them. No, I didn't see that at all. What about Celsius giving 20% APY on stable coins? How does that work? No SEC involvement at all. And I'm sorry I didn't share the details about the legal proceedings, but the whole gist of it is they're just delaying things in order to save themselves some time. This is just legal proceedings. And again, since they have the Cate Blanchett of funding from the government, from us, they will do this for as long as they can. Whereas a company like Ripple wouldn't want to keep delaying things because it would cost them too much because it's coming out of their pocket. But since this isn't coming out of the pocket of the SEC themselves, no, it comes from the taxpayer, they are just spending your money carte blanche, Cate Blanchett, as they wish. Very frustrating here to watch because no, let's just get into it. Let's get into the legal proceedings. Let's skip the 90, 120 page filings, because think, the 90 and 120 page filings, all of those statements have to be gone through, vetted, all the research has to be done, all the footnotes, all that kind of stuff. You know how much money and time that takes just to go through that? Frustrating as could be, knowing that we pay the government and the government pays the subset of the SEC. Frustrating as well. Cool Porsche story as Pelosi DUI Porsche will be going up for auction soon. A nice 2021 Carrera for us. 2,700 miles, by the way, on that thing. So, a little GoFundMe for the channel. And we've got Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow at Jackson Hole. What is he going to say? We know the big whales are going to be listening tomorrow, and it's going to cause some market movement. So stay tuned. Stuff breaks. I'll be sure to share it with you. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and I appreciate the continued support. Have a good day. And again, remember, everyone, tomorrow is Friday.